I know a while ago I made a video talking about the brand new Toxic Avenger, like when the trailer first dropped for it, the teaser. But recently I bought the original Toxic Avenger from 1984. I know that there's been a couple of sequels to it, and will I ever review any of the Toxic Avenger sequels? I don't think so, really. See, what's good about the original Toxic Avenger from 1984 is that it was so joyous in its exploitive nature, so silly, but it had some sort of a goofy, likable charm to it. And watching it, there was something very oddly appealing about this whole thing. Yes, the movie is absolutely disgusting. It's not very well acted, and there's many different directing faults. Maybe it's just a particular DVD that I have. Whatever, there's probably better versions out there. There was so much likability in the first Toxic Avenger movie that it seemed to be just like a lightning in a bottle sort of thing. Yes, the sequels to it probably are the same. Well, I haven't seen them, but probably similar levels of low budget nature. But as I said, lightning in a bottle. How was Trauma Studios going to recapture all of that, right? So I like to classify the Toxic Avenger as Splatsploitation. What do I mean by that? Well, everyone knows what an exploitation film is. It's a super duper low budget film. Splatsploitation would be like something that is super duper low budget and has a heavy duty amount of blood and guts. And it may not look very good, it may not look convincing in the slightest, but by golly gee, is it ever stupidly fun. What I liked about the Toxic Avenger, like the thing that really initially drew me into it while I was watching it, was it starts off as a movie about bullying. Like there's this really dorky kid at the health spa. He's a janitor. His name is Melvin, and he gets bullied by a whole bunch of people there. They pull a bunch of unforgivable pranks on him, and one day just reaches a breaking point. He falls into this giant tub of hazard waste. Comes out bigger, better, stronger, more awesome than ever, and he's the Toxic Avenger. So he essentially becomes a big vigilante around town. Meanwhile, the municipality kind of hates him for all the things that he's been doing. And there's some of the bullies from his past that he must deal with too. So, how's this Toxic Avenger going to deal with, politics and the bullies from his past and falling in love, right? Seems easy. I can kind of be one of those people that will put in a really bad movie just to get a good laugh out of it. They really wanted to just embrace the silliness and the stupidity of everything. The way that they were able to do it, I was kind of surprised with, because usually whenever I do watch something where they actually try to embrace the fact that they have such a tiny budget, usually those movies don't really sit well with me, because look at the first-hand knowledge. They're going to embrace the money problems of the movie. Never really always sits well with me. But yeah, the Toxic Avenger, it was different. As I said, there was a little too much charm and enjoyable stupidity that was happening. And yes, even though that this may be Hollywood's biggest staple in Splatsploitation, I do think that the Toxic Avenger is still better than a bunch of big budget horror films and big budget sci-fi films. Strange, I know, but whatever. So yeah, I feel like giving the Toxic Avenger from 1984 3 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again next time.